Yo guys, what's going on? Got an awesome deck profile for you guys today. This one is a work in progress for sure. This is featuring the new Chaosmon out of BT4, and I just built this yellow deck to turbo out Chaosmon because he's such a powerful card, so I'm playing things like Magnadramon just for cheap evolution, and just a lot of DP reduction cards, so finally got a level 7 for yellow. This is awesome, but yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so for the rookies, I'm playing, of course, for Patamon. Patamon and Labramon down here, I think, are the best two rookies that you can possibly play, so I want to max out on them. As far as yellow goes, of course, Patamon, whenever a Digimon has its DP reduced to 0, you get to gain 1 memory, and then Labramon, you get to gain 1 card. So these cards are just amazing. Labramon is not actually once per turn, and if multiple Digimon have their DP reduced to 0, you can draw 1 for each card. So these two are just staples in any WarGreymon deck and any Chaosmon deck going forward. I think you should definitely play these. And then I've got a lot of Salamon here, so 7 Salamons. I'm playing 3 different copies. So the one with the awesome inheritable effect, where whenever you are attacking one of your opponents, Digimon gets minus 1,000. So these, this Salamon and the Gatomon I'm also playing came out of BT3. We're used to maybe seeing WarGreymon. That's one other alternative you could play. Not in this deck because I'm not actually playing any yellow tamers. But yeah, so I just preferred the minus 1,000 versus like his effect. You get minus 2,000, but you need to have 3 tamers. So this is just way less situational. And then also the Salamon, where whenever it is deleted or destroyed, you get to gain recovery +1 if your security is less than 3, which does happen quite a bit in this deck. I'll show you why that is the case. But yeah, so playing 4 of the awesome inheritable Salamon, 4 of BT2 Salamon, and then the starter deck Salamon, just a 1 of, just because I like having occasional 2 to play rookies, so that is awesome. But yeah, 15 rookies, and moving on to the champions. We've got, of course, for Gatomon. I think she has an awesome inheritable effect. So when you pair this with Salamon and the Magnadramon, I'm also playing that as a potential minus 3,000 every single time you are attacking. So it just adds up, and a 4 to play is honestly not too bad for that awesome inherited effect. As well as for Unimon, just a standard, you gotta play blockers in basically every deck. And then, of course, for WarGreymon, however you pronounce this guy's name, just a 1 to Digivolve for yellow. I think it's a staple, and you really just want to get Chaosmon as fast as possible, get him out as fast as possible, and, just Digivolve for cheap, and, this in tandem with Siremon helps you do that. So speaking of Siremon, we got the ultimates here. We got 3 Siremon just because 5 to play is very low cost and 2 to Digivolve is always awesome. And then we've got lots of Magnadramons here. We got 3 the starter deck one, who is good. I wasn't playing him in a lot of yellow decks, but pairing with Gatomon, with Salamon, and the next level 6 I'll show you guys here, I think he's very solid, as well as Magnadramon, the recovery one, because you really do want to prevent yourself from dying, and then of course to Angemon as well, because sometimes you don't want to play a 7 Digimon. You kind of just sometimes, if you have that 3 security or lower, you can just Digivolve her for 3. Alright, so that is it for the ultimates. And now, the reason why I'm playing all these recovery cards is because of this new BT4 WarGreymon. This guy's an absolute monster. Whenever you are attacking once per turn, you can add the top card of his security stack to your hand, and then unsuspend him, and one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 6,000. So that effect is only once per turn, but basically this allows you to attack twice, get a minus 6,000 reduction for one of your opponent's Digimon, as well as gain a +1 off your security stack. And that is the reason I'm playing so many of these recovery cards like Angemon, like Salamon, and like Magnadramon, is because this guy, unfortunately, you do go through your security very fast, and you don't want to die. Even though he's a very offensive card, you need to be able to recover from that. But yeah, pairing WarGreymon, attacking twice, you get a minus 6,000, and then minus 1,000 maybe from him, and then minus another 1,000 from him, and maybe from Gatomon as well. So these guys are not actually once per turn. The minus 6,000 is, but every other card is not. So you can actually get these minus that 1,000 DP reduction multiple times. So that is awesome. So yeah, WarGreymon, an absolute monster. and only 3 to Digivolve, so that is solid. Now I'm playing 5 Magnadramons, so for the starter deck ones, obvious because you want to have the option in case you want to go to Chaosmon for a 2 to Digivolve Mega, and then the 1 Magnadramon, again, because you want to have lots of recovery options, and then the secondary effect is pretty solid as well, playing a level 3 without paying its cost, especially if you want to play something like Salamon, who's typically a 4 to play, so that's pretty nice as well. And then, of course, the 4 of the boss monster, the absolute titan of a card, we've got Chaosmon Valder Arms. So this card is the first level 7 for yellow and green, and we have an effect that lets you reduce one of your opponent's DP by 7,000 multiple times. So you actually get to activate that effect twice. So you could, split it up, or you could stack it onto one Digimon for minus 14,000, which is crazy. And this, this card gives you so much without having to set up a multiple tamers like WarGreymon. WarGreymon arguably has a higher ceiling, but this card just lets you do it without, worrying about tamers. I'm not actually playing any tamers, so in a sense this makes this deck very consistent, because now you can run it like an Omnimon red or Omnimon blue deck, and you're just trying to turbo out this level 7. So yeah, Chaosmon is absolutely insane, and I can't wait to see what kind of decks will people will build with these new BT4 cards. But yeah, guys, that is going to do it for the video. Actually, I always forget the eggs. Okay, actually, Upamon becomes very good in this deck, especially using with WarGreymon. So his effect is always awesome. And then I'm just playing a Tokomon, because sometimes you want to make him 12,000. But yeah, forget these guys. They're not too important. Upamon's great, but this guy's okay. Anyways, guys, that is going to be the video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want more Digimon content, and I'll see you guys next time.